Growing up, I was not allowed to play video games. I would be on the computer pretending to be doing homework. My aunt had a master's in computer science. When I was little, I was playing all these DOS games. She would tell me the commands to enter. I remember having a notebook of all the commands she told me, and I admire her a lot. So I want to be like her. So deep in my heart, I wanted to major in computer science.
And if it works, then we just ask Nathan to work on it. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a small number like 500.
Probably more than 1,000.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a problem.
But for the code now, do you think I think it's in good shape for calculating the precision.
My research partner, Ali, and I are building software that can automatically scan a web page to see if it's accessible or not, and fix accessibility issues in Android apps that are not accessible.
If websites are not designed with accessibility in mind, this is gonna be a very frustrating experience. For developers, it will take a lot of time and effort to find these issues and detect them.
Yeah, for no reason.
We decided to build a fully automated technique that can take a website and then automatically simulate how disabled users would use that website. But have you tried it on a real subject, like websites?
I tried it on the simple side of the. We built these detectors that actually interact with the web page instead of like statically, like just looking at the code. Oh, that is like not even the current.
Yeah.
But it's okay with it. Oh yeah, show them go. Yeah.
So these are all the changes you've done. I think you should commit that once you double check the code. So,
Our tool actually will detect these issues that other tools cannot detect.
we test our technique on a large number of actual websites that have a lot of accessibility issues, and our technique was able to detect them.
Our research is the first of its kind to use actually dynamic analysis on these web or Android applications to detect these problems.
We're working on a problem that no one has worked on before.
What Paul and Ali are doing is trying to develop tools and techniques that can empower software engineers to go and find these kinds of things in their own web pages. Even for well-intentioned developers, it's easy for them to introduce significant accessibility issues and failures into their web pages. There's not these kinds of techniques out there broadly available to developers.
The definition of disability is so wide. There was a study done that said 1 in 5 Americans will eventually face a disability. It could happen to anyone. My grandma is the most important person in my life. When we immigrated here to the United States in 1998, it was just me, grandma, and grandpa. I don't know what I'd do without grandma. She's always there for me. She's basically my hands. Grandma sacrificed so much for me. Bro is my nurse. His name is Ken.
And so therefore, I actually at 6 or 5:30 in the morning, I have to uncover it.
I call him bro because he's literally like my bro. He's like family. And I took his last name as my middle name when I got my citizenship back in 2009. That's how tight we are. We've been up to a lot of places. I really appreciate Bro. I got injured at age 15. Living as a quadriplegic gives me a special perspective looking at the world. That's why I wanted to do research on accessibility. Whatever changes there's done, ask him to submit a pull request so we can try to merge it in the development branch.
You did it for one viewport. Now it works on multiple viewports. I learned a lot from Paul. Discussing ideas with him, getting his perspective.
We have a good chemistry working together. When we were taking classes, we would do homework together. We would solve problems together. I mean, we can propose too, right? I mean, if that doesn't work, we can always do manual. Because
I hear from these guys, they send me updates at 3 a.m. and I'm not awake at 3 a.m. Who do you think you're sending your research updates to? But it's just the passion, the excitement is really infectious. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started with this because I think we have a pretty busy agenda of things that we want to go over in our meeting. What are we going to start with?
So today, we're the first agenda item, we're going to start with the preliminary results.
Having an advisor who supports your research and who believes in the cause makes things much easier and more exciting for us.
Having this very easy online collaborative space for code is an integral part of our development.
Web and mobile apps are now an essential part of our lives. We use them to access important services, to remain connected with the world, and to not pay attention to accessibility. We are basically preventing part of our population from having the equal right that other people have.
There's still a lot of people that don't know about accessibility. I believe every person deserves the equal right to access information, so they shouldn't be limited because the developers did not consider it during their design. We want to do more in the future. There's a lot of big aspects in accessibility. It's not just limited to what we have done.